October 26, 9:45 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. Were you able to sleep last night?
Huh? Hold up. Sorry.
Did you get any sleep?
Huh? Oh, sleep. Sure. I slept for a grand total of 0 hours.
Guten Morgen, you two. You look like you're ready to put on a real show. Before you do, I have a good luck gift for you. Another one? The voice print analysis came back, and the results couldn't be more clear. The voice in the mock trial video and the tape recording are one and the same.
In other words, the recording's a fabrication. We made it up.
Excuse me?
Yeah?
Tape recorder updated in the court record. The voice on the tape says you're a gunner, just like the in Junie's script. It has been identified as a fake.
It was made up by our writers.
Nice.
The lab is continuing their study of the tape. So far, they've found evidence of overdubbing. But it's going to take a bit longer to recover the audio that was erased.
Who's there? Oh, wait!
Did you see who it was?
No. I got a quick look, but they got away. I think it might have been Hugh. I bet he was eavesdropping.
I wonder if he saw our hand.
Oh, I'm sure he wasn't the only one just now. I bet Robin and Boxgirl were listening in too. I will make sure they don't make a run for it. That's my final gift to you.
Okay. All that's left now is to reach out to the truth.
Hee hee, try catch me!
Time for a mini Chords of Steel workout. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine! Your turn.
I'm Athena Sykes, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
October 26th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number...
That's good.
Day 2, court is now in session. All rise.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods.
The Sykes Brigade is totally Sykes. The defense is ready.
The prosecution is ready as well. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Blackwell? Yes, well, moving right along. Yesterday's adjournment was unexpected, yet necessary. But I'll be running a tight ship here today, so no funny business from anybody, understood?
Your boldness. Robin Newman and Hugh O'Connor have recanted their confessions. But later, I shall grill them at leisure to find whether I can charge them with perjury.
Well, this sure complicates matters. Still, one must not overlook the facts. Now, about the school camera photo that was submitted yesterday.
A pity, but that evidence is no longer relevant to this case. The art room clock runs fast. It cannot function as an accurate measure of time. As for the bungling detective who overlooked that, he is paying for his failure as we speak.
Rip Fulbright.
Oh, he's been buried!
Poor Detective Fulbright. I hope he returns to work with all his body parts intact.
Oh.
But if that's the case, then what will we...
The accused is the sole person of who could have moved the body from the art room to the stage. And I mean to prove it here this day.
It's just like Detective Fulbright said, but what else does he have up his sleeve?
My understanding of this heinous crime is thus. The murder took place near the center of the art room, as evidenced by the bloodstain. Blood was also found on some pottery next to the window over to the maintenance area. Which is to say, the body was carried over to that very window. From there, it was dropped down to the maintenance area below. And though there was nary a scratch to the body aside from the fatal wound, that too was per the script. A high jump mat was employed to cushion the fall. Then a ball cart was used to haul the body over to the stage.
That's not very clever. I mean, it's the same exact body moving scheme as the script. Anyone could have moved the body that way.
Objection!
Objection! Your propensity to spew forth words before you think isn't very clever either.
Why you?
Moreover, the prosecution has a witness, which is most unfortunate for you. Witness, it's time for you to come forth.
Well then, will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Hugh O'Connor. I am a senior at Themis Legal Academy and I'm studying to be a lawyer. Yesterday I told that lawyer there that I would testify to the truth. So I intend to cooperate fully in today's trial. Happy now, Miss Sykes?
What's he up to now?
The court appreciates your cooperation, Mr. O'Connor. Now, your testimony, please.
Witness
Oh, sorry.
testimony. What did O'Connor see?
The lecture hall was packed before the mock trial, but the rest of the campus was empty. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area. She was heading towards me, so I assumed she was on her way to the maintenance area. But I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that.
Okay.
The real truth hurts so much, doesn't it, Miss Sykes? Or maybe you thought I was going to bring up something else entirely against your client.
Ugh! Never a snappy comeback when I need one.
He's coming straight at us today, using any means possible.
To protect the students who had to climb up high when setting up the stage, a mat was brought over to the stage from the storehouse.
Our client is still
Jesus! The desk! It
So
broke!
much passion behind that.
God damn!
Fun!
That was incredible. Even audioed and everything. Holy shit.
Snap the desk in half!
I know, a bunch of shit fell. Getting hot too. What's wrong with her? Taking it upon herself to put the mat away after they used it?
Objection!
Objection. Oh, there's plenty wrong. There is but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a fall from such a lofty height. Ergo, the mat in question was indispensable to moving the body.
Ah! It starts being the last end of everything.
That got me real good.
It got Luna too.
I think I get it now. The drag marks we saw behind the stage were made by the mat.
If the only mat of that thickness was where the body is assumed to have been dropped, it would be hard to deny a possible link to this case.
We're off to a bad start again. You sure you're okay, Athena?
It's a game on, Hugh. Game on. I'm gonna turn your arrogant, perfect score grin into a teary-eyed frown of failure.
Yeah, you mouth breather.
Yes.
Cross-examination.
Okay. Lecture hall was packed before the mock trial, but the rest of the campus was empty. Actually, Luna, I'm gonna let you lead. If you want to press or present anything, you're the main character. I'm gonna let you, if you want to press or present anything, you can.
It might also be handy to have a quick refresher through the evidence.
Oh, good shout. Let's do that. Okay. So, we've got the arrow. The arrow that pierced the victim's side stained with blood. Court's planner, which has the sword emblem that we saw last time. Remember, we got a page from it. This is all the reports for about, yeah, like the meeting with Hugh and stuff. The mock trial script. There's only one copy. We have that. I'm not going to read all the way through this, but we have this. If Coco remembers anything, just chime in with something. The all. The weapon used to murder Constance Court, her blood was found on it along with Junie's fingerprints. Court's autopsy report. Cause of death, loss to blood of the stab wound in the side of the body. Marks indicate the wrist may have been bound. No other visible damage, but the stab wound was very rough. We got the tape recorder that we just got. That's apparently supposed to be a fake. School camera photo. This is, we realized last stream that this backdrop you see outside is not real, and it is a painted, artistic backdrop. We also remembered that that particular statue did not originally, it looks different now.
It was also in pieces on the stage.
That's it, yeah. We put it back together.
Rebuilt by Athena incorrectly, according to what we know.
Yes, even though
according to Robin.
That's it, and it looks correct. Hugh's scrap, October Hugh 120. And this is like giving us a little bit insight to him paying for test good scores or something.
Yeah, basically what we used to prove that Junie's a snitch.
Oh, coffee went down wrong way. Someone read this out while I cough.
There's the school banner that had blood on it. We don't know whose blood it is.
Okay.
It was on stage.
The burnt fragments of the Gavalier's banner tossed into the incinerator. Yes. So this is gonna pop up at some point, 100%. Is this the thing that what was the thing that Fulbright got wrong that screwed over
the clock?
The clock, which is why he's being buried alive.
Ah, right, okay. And then we've
was
got
running an hour late.
stage setup.
Past.
Stage setup photos. So we had a discussion, and it showed in the recap video that we thought that Hugh is the guy in the top right. So we want to keep that in the back of our heads. Yeah, do you remember that? Because he's putting up the backdrop, which is where they're taking that photo at that time. We got the voice print analysis of a tape recording. Testing is underway. Signed as post-recorded editing, but we found out this was fake, right? because we just got
Yeah,
the info
but
back from
they're trying to
Fabio.
pick up the remaining noise.
Okay. And the lecture hall diagram. Oh, which has the audio control room, I remember.
Yeah. So
She was-
Juniper was running all over the place through the audio control room, through the classroom, etc., etc.
Okay. Right. That's all the stuff right now. We can start with just a press. Remember, Luna, you've got hold it. Here we go.
Hold it! Hold it!
Oh my god.
Hold it! Hold it right there! Hold it!
What? I was just getting to the important part.
Eager to unsheath your blade, Psych Stoner. Your heavy breath heaves to where I stand.
Objection! Objection! Tix, how rude. A human's breath doesn't travel anywhere near that far.
So, the only issue is distance? You're not denying that you're a heavy breather?
Ugh. I'm just saying that scientific studies have proven that it's not.
Hang in there, Athena. No matter how many insults they hurl, it won't affect the judge's opinion of you.
What about my own self-esteem?
Heh, whatever, mouth breather. Let's get back to what happened before the mock trial.
Bear with me a second.
Just to confirm, Hugh O'Connor yawns through his nose.
Exactly.
There we go. Okay. When I saw you, Juniper, dragging a large mat from behind the stage.
Hold it! Hold it! Our client was simply putting the mat away. It had nothing to do with this case.
Objection!
Objection. That's where you are wrong. There is but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a 3-story fall. Hence, the mat was dragged by the accused, and it was essential to moving the body.
Ugh! If we win this one, I promise to donate another thick mat to the academy.
Now, show me how to show you the truth. You have my full cooperation.
You gotta reach out like this.
I was watching her from the vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area. It's a little vague. I think I'm gonna press all these because early stuff we just want as much info as possible.
Hold it! Hold it! Mr. O'Connor, are you positive you were standing exactly where you said?
Through a microphone.
Sorry.
I was between the stage and the maintenance area, and she was behind the backdrop.
He's sticking to his guns. The issue here is where Hugh was standing when he says he saw Junie. But nothing I will say will mean anything without evidence. Time to dig a little deeper.
Oh, and before you ask, I had my glasses on. Therefore, I'm positive it was Juniper. That is not an issue.
Just one quick thing to go and check, by the way.
True.
Can we look at the setup photos?
Yeah?
Isn't there a huge wall between the stage and the maintenance area?
Yeah, see, when he said that, he said vantage point, I'm like, what? Because I'm like, hold on, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, does that mean he stood in the corner against the wall? Like, what? Huh.
He was peeking over the wall, you know, all peekaboo like.
Now, that being said, we don't have the evidence that shows the drag marks
No, we don't have that image.
as yet.
No.
And we also don't have anything other than those setup photos that would show the wall, but I don't necessarily think that's the answer right now.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I'm gonna press for info on this one.
Hold it! You shouldn't assume anything. It only shows you're not positive.
Objection!
Objection. Such wild momentum. Perhaps you were a raging bull in your past life.
Objection! Don't compare me to some stupid farm animal.
Hoi, Justice Dono.
No, our assertion of Jupiter was simply putting the mat away. In that case, where would she be taking it?
Oh, to the storehouse? Over in the maintenance area?
Precisely. Therefore, there is naught wrong with the witness's judgment on this matter. It is your wild charges that are the issue here. But I cannot help it if you keep seeing red.
He's going to get a face full of justice. Polo style, if he keeps this up.
Anyway, I saw her heading towards me.
Well, I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that.
Hold it! Then it's entirely possible that someone else moved the body, correct?
Objection!
Objection. Are you mad or merely delusional? Everyone was in the lecture hall before the mock trial. The rest of the campus was empty. Ergo, the only probable suspects were the 3 trial participants.
I know. Thank you for stating the obvious. I also know that you, Hugh O'Connor, were the one of the participants.
Mr. Confidence sure goes all out when he tells the truth.
Well, I don't think he meant for any of that to be misleading, but it doesn't make it factual.
Careful now, Athena. A genius like Hugh could be leading you right into a trap.
I'd be surprised if he wasn't, but all I can do is charge forward with both eyes opened.
Okay, I'm feeling on that line of doing what Brant said. So going with like 3 here. Going with the third statement and presenting the stage setup photos.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone agree with me on that?
You can try it.
Sure.
Okay. You ready, Luna?
Yeah.
Oh!
Objection!
Let's go.
So, you saw the back of the stage from between the stage and the maintenance area? Well, let's take a look at this photo taken by Miss Scuttlebutt, shall we? This photo shows the students setting up the stage the day before the mock trial. Do you see that big construction screen to the right of the stage in the background here?
Why, yes! In fact, there were a bunch of those next to my house until a few days ago, too. It was so noisy behind there, but I couldn't take a peek. Oh, how it piqued my interest!
Exactly, Your Honor. You cannot see past such screens. That is their purpose. Now let's see. How exactly is that screen positioned again? Aha! Since it was to the right of the stage, it should be right here. And from the vantage point, the witness claims to have seen our client behind the stage backdrop.
Nice.
Oh my! But the screen would have been completely in the way!
That's right. Therefore, the witness couldn't have possibly seen our client from this point.
Ah! Ouch.
Ouch.
Order! Mr. O'Connor, have you been lying to this court?
The screen. Right. It must have slipped my mind.
What? Are you telling me you, Mr. Genius, forgot something as literally big as that?
There are two kinds of memory lapses. The normal kind you mouth breathers have, and the genius level lapses of memory that people like me have.
Oh my god.
Special kind of
Why don't you just admit that it was normal, everyday brain fart already?
Yeah, brain fart! Oh, I love
My
that.
brain's too full, that's why I forget things.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. What an asshole.
Will the witness now please restate what he remembers, minus the lapses of memory? I'm the old one here.
That's easy. I was on the other side of that screen.
Oh, yeah. What the
In
hell?
other words, I witnessed Juniper from the stage side of the screen.
Objection! You are testifying that our client was behind the stage. But need I remind this court, the back of the stage is not visible from the front. To actually see our client behind the stage from the stage side of the screen, the witness himself would also have to be in the same area behind the stage.
Well,
But in that case, our client would have definitely seen Mr. O'Connor.
Ouch.
said it in the exact same tone. Nice one, Athena. Keep it up.
Objection!
Go!
Objection! All right, Golden Boy. Is this not your chance? Telling the truth will be like a weight lifted from your chest.
The truth? What truth?
The fact that Golden Boy here was where he initially stated. That is to say, he was between the maintenance area and the stage.
Objection! But then the screen would have blocked his view of.
Objection!
Objection! On the ground, yes. His view would have been blocked indeed. But consider how smoke always wants to rise up high.
Athena, look at the photo again. Do you think...
Something on the other side of the screen. Something high enough to see the stage. No way! The crane right there? I don't remember seeing a crane here on the day of the mock trial.
Me neither. But it's probably safe to assume it was moved before you found the body.
Hold it! That's far enough, Professor Blackwell. Remember, you promised.
Professor,
Prosecutor, fuck off!
I recall making no such promises. It was you who came blubbering to me about keeping quiet in exchange for information, was it not?
What's... Ooh, sorry.
What's all this about a promise? Is this about whatever Blackwell is using against him?
And what's it got to do with going into the crane?
That Golden Boy did not go up into that crane for fun. He was working part-time as a crane operator within school grounds.
What? Do you mean to tell me a high school student was operating a crane?
Objection! The witness, I object to the prosecutor's last statement. There is no proof I ever operated that crane.
Oh, yeah?
Hold it! Actually, there just might be something that proves you did.
What?
The whole part-time job thing is true. I doubt it would be limited to a single day. You were probably working at the same site the previous day, too.
Is this what you're thinking of, Athena?
Yep, as the court can see, this photo captured the crane's operator. And, if you look carefully, he bears a definite resemblance to Mr. O'Connor.
Are you serious? This is ridiculous.
How very interesting. Let's ascertain whether this is as ridiculous as the witness maintains.
The defense agrees with the prosecution. Let's
Wow.
bring the facts to light.
The team up?
That's all very well and good, but just how do you propose to do that?
The person in this photo has one really distinguishing feature. I'm not 100% sure, but it's at least worth a try. We can clearly identify the person in this photo as the witness by examining
Why does it say
His hobby.
his hobby?
would the hobby be
His
craning?
his neck.
I mean,
It's because
The
he's got a
photo
thing
is-
on his neck, yeah.
the photo is still on screen, Tom.
oh
but
yeah,
it's covered by a thing.
it's covered.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely his neck. It's the band.
Mm-hmm.
The figure in this photo is wearing a very unique object around its neck.
Why, yes, you can see it right there. But then, are you saying you mean to?
Mr. O'Connor's neck is almost entirely concealed by his tall collar. But that's exactly why I believe this warrants further examination.
You want him to strip?
No, not a chance. That would be a blatant violation of my privacy.
You're a disgrace of a man.
Oh my god.
Now, start unbuttoning that collar before I hack it off.
No!
What's the big deal? Now, let's see your neck.
Strip!
Oh my god.
This don't strip me in court. Guess I have no choice. Play the striptease music.
Oh my! Scandalous!
So, where did you buy that neckband, if I might ask?
I didn't buy it. It's handmade and there's only one like it in the world.
Oh no.
Well, sure looks like the neckband in the photo. Should we have the photo analyzed?
Heh. You are one irritating lady. Fine, I admit it. I work a part-time construction job. It has nothing to do with our school. Operating heavy equipment's no big deal for a guy who can parallel park one-handed. But I never expected one of my jobs to take me to my own school.
But when you factor in all of the required tests and apprenticeship period, wouldn't you have to be at least 20 to have a license for operating a crane?
Oh, about that. You see, I'm a genius, so, you know.
Oh my god.
Objection!
Objection. Let us dispense with this inane charade, Golden Boy.
Hold it! No!
High school seniors are 19 at most. Thus, they fail to complete the requirements. But that does not apply to you, does it, Mr. O'Connor?
That was automatic, promise.
I know.
Why does it apply? He's a senior, so he's around that age, right?
No, don't, please.
Actually, Golden Boy here is 25. He took a 7-year break from school.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Wait, come again?
Take a gander at the official school enrollment documentation. 'Tis all right there.
Ah! Ouch.
25? I mean, he's older than...
Hold it! A 7-year break. 7 years. I've just one thing to say. There are 2 kinds of 7-year breaks. The ordinary kind, you mouth breathe this tape.
Oh my god.
And the genius kind, people like me take.
Objection. But a genius would quickly become a chore for a 7-year break.
I think you have that backwards, Athena.
Even geniuses make mistakes. I just happened to make mine only 7 years in a row.
Only Hugh could get away with using only like that.
Enough of this jibber-jabber. Suffice to say, the witness was up in the crane when he saw the accused dragging that mat. The accused readied all she needed to move the body immediately prior to doing so. That much is clear. I see no need to deliberate this matter further.
Considering that the body was moved in the same manner as in the script, I find Prosecutor Blackwell's claim to be quite persuasive. Does the defense care to dissuade me?
As long as the mat was used to move the body, Junie's gonna be under suspicion.
Athena, I just thought of something. What was Hugh doing in the crane right before the mock trial? He couldn't have been on the job at the time. I mean, he was waiting for the trial to start.
Yeah, why was he in the crane? Wait, you don't think... Your Honor!
Yes, Miss Sykes?
I've got it. I've got an amazing idea that'll turn the prosecution's claim on its head. A little conjecture has never stopped us.
Interesting.
Mr. O'Connor, you were using the crane to...
Well, we know this. Oh!
The screen was in your way, so you wanted to move it.
Then why, pray tell, is it still in the exact same spot it always was?
I got too eager.
That's easy. The witness changed his mind.
This court is close to changing its mind about the defense and Tom's eagerness.
No! Oh, another chance at that one, please. Mr. O'Connor, you were using the crane to...
Save. To save. He was saving.
Well, we gotta have one
They
of these
suspect
streams.
him.
Oh god, that saves a lot faster. Great.
That's right, mouth breather.
Okay, so move yourself, move the body.
Yeah, remember, they suspect him.
What
Well, he
would
can't
make
have moved
sense
himself,
at this point
so-
in
So
time?
it's the bottom, yeah.
The body was just like it was in the script, so it must have been moved like in the script too. At least, that's what the prosecution believes. How simplistic, even foolish.
Those are pretty strong words, Athena. Oh, are you sure about this?
The witness is a licensed crane operator. So, he could have used it to move the body.
Objection!
Objection. Well, Golden Boy, care to chime in? I intend to say no more on this matter, save that this does not bode well for you.
Wait, he's on my side this time? Or is this another trap?
Heh. Watch this. I can use a bow and arrow one-handed.
Okay.
Wow, that's a crazy level of dexterity.
I can even drive a crane with one hand. That's easy. You don't want to know what I'm doing with the other one. But operating the crane itself is so complex, it requires both hands. So I couldn't do anything else. So I would have... now I would have the court look at this.
Oh.
Oh, please tell me that's a ketchup stain.
I spilled it when trying to eat hot dogs. No, you wish. My hand was injured and required surgery.
I cut it when trying to make hot dogs.
I'm a genius.
That's the reason I kept my hand in my pocket all this time.
Oh.
I've already verified this with the Hospital of Treatment. Quite a nasty wound, they say.
So how did you hurt it?
I see no need to discuss that. It has no relevance to this case.
Of course it doesn't.
2 hands are required to operate complex machinery, such as a crane. Ergo, on the day of the mock trial, the witness was incapable of moving that body by crane.
Now I'm the fool.
I planned on moving the crane the night before the mock trial, but then I got injured. Wanting to keep my part-time job a secret, I had to do it just before the mock trial instead.
Ugh. And here I thought this was the big break we've all been waiting for.
Now that the defense's sophistry is laid bare, I would have the court recall my claim.
Body was dropped out of a 3rd floor window to a mat near the maintenance area. Then, a ball court was used to move it to the stage. See? I've been paying attention!
Well done, your boldness. Now consider this. The accused was sighted dragging that mat. Ergo, it was she who moved the body.
Well, I think you're on the right track, Athena.
You do?
Yeah, Juniper remains the prime suspect if we are to assume the body was moved per her script. So, as the defense, you have to figure out how else the body could have been moved.
But... Oh, is he telling me to think another way besides the crane?
Miss Sykes, if you have a counter-argument, this court would love to hear it. And
if you do not, it is time for the verdict. Isn't that correct, your boldness?
Objection! Objection! No, not yet.
Oh, how I do love going in circles.
All I have to do is show that the body wasn't moved like it was on the script, right?
show that the man had nothing to do with this case.
There is a sword of great renown that cuts down sophistic lawyers. Its name is evidence.
You don't scare me. Force a smile, Athena. You can do it.
What's wrong with your face, Athena? It's a weird mix of terror and creepy grin. Just focus on how the body could have been moved without it being dropped.
How could anyone lower it just dropping it? It's not like it could fly. Or maybe it could. After all, there is a way to zip between the art room and the stage. Someone could have easily used that thing.
That thing.
Oh yes, of course. Miss Sykes, the court would like to see what you have for us.
All I have to do is show the tiniest shred of possibility. That the mat and ball cart weren't used to move the body. This is what was used.
What a lot of faff to go through to the actual first piece of evidence that we...
Yeah. That was a lot of faff.
Yeah.
Is it just the
I
school
think it's the banner because it mentions the wire.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it just mentioned the wire. This one.
Also the trace amount of blood.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
By the way, the age reveal was meant to be a possible stopping point if we...
Ah, right. That's a good. Yeah, that's a good point. A good stopping point. Okay.
Take that! The key here is the thing that ties the art room and the stage together.
Might I propose an idea? It might do you well to tie your lips together, lest you further expose your ignorance.
Yeah. This isn't exactly the time for black comedy, Prosecutor Blackwell. Anyway, the court will recall the wire on which the school banner was hung. That wire was strung between the art room and the stage, which allowed students to run or reel the school banner from the art room. The body could have easily been lowered down the stage via the wire.
Objection!
Objection! Somebody stop vibrating, please. Spare
sorry,
me
can you hear
your
the
armchair
outside?
theories. This wasn't some kind of high wire act. Yeah, sorry. The body would surely have fallen, yet there are no signs of blunt force trauma.
Objection! Oh, you surprised me, Prosecutor Blackwell. You didn't actually think I failed to account for that.
I'm sure that's exactly what he thought.
When we investigated the stage yesterday, the bottom part of the school banner had been tied up into a pouch-like shape. And the pouches were used for carrying things. You think you could have carried... You just could have carried...
Well, go on. Please explain. I'm on the edge of my seat.
The body was bundled into a pouch-like section of the banner and sent down the wire.
Whee!
Gross. The body would have been down on the stage in a flash, and there'd be no need for a mat.
I've heard the phrase carrying the banner, but the banner doing the carrying?
Objection!
Objection! I have no time or patience for you and your cheap parlor tricks. Your claim is as shaky as a corpse performing that absurd high-wire act.
If you have an actual objection, then just come out and say it.
I trust you recall the bloodstains left on the art room pottery. If the wire had been used to move the body, it would have to be via the window above the quad, the one with the winch. However, the bloodstained pottery was next to the window above the maintenance area. There's helpful flowers pointing it out for you. Ergo, the wire and the banner had naught at all to do with this case.
Oh, the bloodstained pottery? I remember that.
This doesn't look good. We'll be back to the mat for if we don't do something.
Well, Miss Sykes, I hope you have something better this time than a circus act.
If if my wire theory is true, then that blood on the pottery must not have been blood at all. The victim's blood. I think blood at all.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
What if it was like some type of glaze or something?
Hold on. Was it not? It might not have been the victim. Oh! No, we know why. It's
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it just dawned on me. Remember what Juniper told us at the end of the last stream? Is Hughes? It's Hughes.
His hand injury.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the victim's blood. Did the police check to see from where the blood on the pottery came from?
Shame on you, Sightstoner. Have a little more respect for the constabulary.
Oh. Oh.
Hello.
Foolbright.
Looks like they didn't check it.
Ah. Don't let it get you down, Prosecutor Blackwell. Everyone makes mistakes.
Spare me your cheek. We will know not either way till the tests are run.
True, but in the meantime, I'm going to press my claim as far as I can.
Your boldness. I demand that the blood on the pottery be analyzed this instant.
George?
Of course. It shouldn't take long to get the results back.